Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It's a beautiful, gorgeous Sunday afternoon in Nova Scotia. So I'm out on a drift, a literal drift today, hopefully. I've gone and traded one of my kayaks for this here handmade wooden canoe. And I'm going to take it for its first float this afternoon, is my plan. But unfortunately, the little lake I'm going to, I can't get the car right into the lake. It's the closest lake to home. So I'm going to portage this thing and see how that goes. I'm not sure on the way in how much filming I'm going to be able to do, but I'll see if I can get a couple shots of the portage. If not, I'll see you when we get to the lake. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I've made it to the lake. Now, I'll tell you right now, I am not experienced in a canoe. I've had kayaks. I've never had a canoe. I had one canoe and it didn't work out. It was a really long 17 footer. So, anyway, I'm gonna take some precautions here on the first little go. Now, normally this would be the back of the canoe, that would be the front, but I'm gonna run it in reverse where it's just me here by myself so that I'm sitting more in the middle of the canoe. I don't really know if this canoe even floats yet. The guy I traded for the kayak with said it floats, and he seemed like the kind of guy that I could trust. But if he says it floats, I believe it floats. So, first little precaution I'm going to take here is my bag is not going in the canoe with me. I'm thinking I'm going to put my wallet in my bag just in case, because I'm not sure I'm not going to get this out there and just dump it. Also, my mic is going to stay with the camera. So, while it's going in the bag, if it feels good, I'll just go out and come right back and get you, and we'll go on a little tour and have a paddle. If it doesn't feel good, we'll bail. Okay, so I got my wallet out of my pack. I should take my car keys out too. I don't really have too much else. Mints and a lighter, they don't really matter. I'll put my mints here just in case. Okay, should be good. So I'm gonna put the mic right here with you guys. There we go. And you guys got a pretty good view right there of whatever happens, I would say. So let's put it in the water and see if it looks okay. Definitely get my life vest on and got it hooked up. Keep me off the bottom if things go wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna say for the first float, that was pretty good. That felt okay. Like, I'm not used to a canoe, I'm used to a kayak. So that factors in a bit. But I mean, really, all in all, it felt pretty good. So I'm gonna load you guys aboard and let's go for a little paddle. I'm gonna put my bag in, but I'm gonna put it kind of in the front here. And I'm gonna take this pinch strap. I'm gonna pinch it to the seat so that if we do roll over, my bag doesn't go to the bottom, is what I'm thinking there. I've got some paracord tied off here for ropes. Let's load you guys up and go see what we can see. Feeling good about this canoe. I'm going to be sticking nice and close to shore here. In case I do dump her, I can stand up and walk in. That's my plan anyway. We're just feeling this puppy out. There's a light breeze blowing. It's not seeming to, it's not creating any waves or nothing, just a little ripple. But it doesn't seem to affect the canoe at all. Oh, a little bit stronger breeze there now that I spoke. If we can get up to this top end, then there won't be any breeze at all, I'd say. The trees will be blocking it all. Canoe looks tight. I don't see water coming in anywhere. What I'm most amazed with this canoe is that it was entirely handmade. To me, that's crazy. The amount of work that went into this. Here I am sitting on a lake floating around in it. It was made by a fellow named Jed. And you see, I had a kayak. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Last summer, I had a mini bike. I had always wanted a mini bike, so I got a mini bike, and I ripped around on that all last summer. This spring, a friend of mine asked me if I'd be interested in trading the mini bike for 2 kayaks. So, me being the way I am, I said, sure, let's do that trade. I'll check out these kayaks. So out of the 2 kayaks, I picked the one I liked the most, and then I put the one of the kayaks up on the local social media groups there to trade for a canoe. Because I've seen a lot of canoes up there for sale now, and I thought maybe somebody would like to trade for a nice sea kayak. So it wasn't too long, 2 or 3 days later, a fellow named Jed reached out, said he had a canoe, might be interested in trading. And I said, oh, that's great, what do you got? And he sent me pictures of this. And man, I was just astounded once I saw this. I mean, in person, it's even better than I could have imagined from the pictures. But so yesterday I darted down, where he lives, and we made the trade. And now here I am sitting in his canoe he built. He said he was a scouter. He was into scouts or a scout leader, and to get one of his high-ranking badges there or something, he built this. Get his master scout or something, I would say. And you know what? I find that really special, man. And I'm pretty honored to be paddling around in it right now. He carved the paddle too, he said, that I'm using right now. Man, this is really nice. I've never seen the top end of this lake. I've had a kayak in this lake once before, and I was really, really green at kayaking. And I ended up not going around the lake because I got a little bit timid. But I mean, this canoe's just gliding along. It's really nice. What a day. Now the portage in was a little rugged, but I've never portaged a canoe before either, so I'll get used to it. A little bit more padding around the yoke might be the ticket for that. Oh, there goes some ducks. Oh, I should have put a piece of paracord on the end of my handle too to act as a bit of a lanyard. I never thought of that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm coming up to here now. Looks like, oh, there's a beaver lodge up here. I see. These clumps of soil here. I can't, yeah, bottom's there, but I bet you those are floating chunks of soil. Oh, there goes a duck. These little islands look to be like little floating islands to me. I would not get out. Oh, yeah, I can see where they're very undercut. There's an odd stick sticking out here. So, being such an inexperienced canoeer, I'm gonna really take my time coming through here. I don't think I can get around in behind that beaver lodge. Is that a beaver on top of it? I don't want to tick off a bunch of beavers either. It's pretty nice up this end. I mean, it's a super swampy end. I'm just going to go in here and turn around. Got a good patch of woods up in here. I don't think I can get around. I might be able to get in behind that lodge there. Just coming up pretty shallow here now. I'm going to try to turn around some. So I don't think I can get in behind that lodge. Looks pretty shallow. Okay, what do we got here? It looks like the beavers got this all dammed off up here. It's not very deep. Well, there's a lot of vegetation on the bottom, but it doesn't appear to be crazy deep. But just where it drops off there, I would say the beavers got this dammed all the way across. I see a bit of a spot right there. I'm gonna get a little closer. We're gonna risk it. Just because I see a patch of high ground there. Right here too isn't too bad. Not a bad looking spot in here at all. It's nice and quiet, that's for sure. You can definitely see how the elevation changes where the beavers have dammed this end off. And you get some good looking woods around. All around this lake had been previously cut. So, but there is a strip of woods all the way around it. Look at this spot. Interesting. Very cool. Well, it's almost like it's meant for a canoe to poke up in there. Some dead trees around though. Starting to shallow up there now. Very cool spot. I don't know if I can get this canoe to poke in there or not. I'm not very good at steering this, I find. It's definitely not like a kayak that way, or maybe it is and I'm just doing it wrong. I got my Dunlaps on so I can get out in pretty deep water, but it's not too bad here. I'm hopping out for a look. Ooh, it was almost over my boots. I just pulled the canoe up here for a second. Oh my. So you can see how that end's all dammed off. This here would be a pretty good little quiet campsite, man. Like I said, it's right on the edge of a chopping. There's a chopping over there. But this thin strip of woods around the lake still exists, and it looks like it'd be too swampy over there for them to log, so there's probably a strip of woods all down through there too. Very interesting spot. Better watch my canoe doesn't float away or anything. That would suck. Very cool. So we're just out on a paddle today, but I'm very grateful to have found this little spot, man. I like it. Potentially places here to put a hammock. I can see right here would be a great spot for a hammock. You'd have got one dead old tree there you'd have to take out. You'd have to put it on the ground. Maybe one right there. Apart from that though, we're pretty free of widowmakers here too. Very interesting. Well, sir, I never would have seen that if I didn't have that. Very cool. Okay, let's see if we can get her spun around here. and get headed back down the lake. I'm just letting my foot drip off a little bit before I finish getting in. Away we go again. Now I came up that side of the lake, so I'm going to come back down the other side. See if we see any more cool spots. You're probably looking straight up my nose right now. Let's get you guys turned around. You can see down there, right there, dead center is where we put in the water. So this lake kind of meanders around. We got lots of time, so we'll go all the way around it. It's not a big lake. This canoe just glides, man. It's so nice. So quiet. I can hear traffic in the distance, which isn't cool, but this is where I get to go to give this a test. The closest place to home on a Sunday afternoon. But now I can have the confidence to pack up and go for a real canoe trip, right? Again, I'm a novice, absolute novice in a canoe. And I understand that, and I'm fully prepared to have to swim to shore, right? So hopefully that doesn't happen though. I'm just being super careful. It's not windy, conditions are perfect. I would be in trouble if the wind kicks up or anything, I'm sure. I'm sure I'd fight my way back to shore though. Like, the canoe feels super stable. I thought where it was kind of round bottom that it would be really unstable, but it's not at all. It's holding me up real nice. Just surveying to see if there's any further camp spots or sites. That one back there at the top end, that's a good site, man. I feel like if I get an opportunity, I might be back there. We'll see. I'll definitely be back there, but will I be back there for a camp out? I don't know. Bit of a hill here. A high spot would be nice too, because you'd be able to see all over the lake, right? Now this side over here, I've explored on foot once before, looking to see if there were any campsites away from the boat launch, because the boat launch is near a four-wheeler trail, and as much as I've been wanting to get in there and camp, because there are a couple nice spots in there. I'm a little bit concerned that there might be four-wheelers roaring around in the middle of the night type of thing, and might not be a great scene, but that spot up the top end, that's a good spot. Well, you can see my car through the woods there. If I could cut a portage trail from there in, that would be a lot shorter than what I did. It felt a lot further than that. I don't know if you can see it, but my car is right there. Just right through there, through the woods, I can see the sun shining off it. I'm thinking it would be really worth it. Just cut a trail from there to this edge of the lake. But we gotta check and see if I could actually portage from here in. A lot of grass. Whole lot of grass, that's for sure. I think that grass is what will ruin that idea. Oh well, we'll keep doing the lawn portage, why not? Feel like as I go, maybe I'm getting the hang of steering a little bit. If anybody's got any tips or tricks they want to share with me in the comments, by all means. I'm always open to learn. I truly understand that I have no idea what I don't know. So, any suggestions you have to help me steer a canoe, tips and tricks for paddling, let me know. One thing I can say for sure is this is a truly enjoyable experience here today. I'm loving this. It's beautiful. Canoe's nice and comfy. I'm sitting nice and straight in it, good posture. I feel like I could do this for a few hours at a time for sure. Well, we've pretty much been all the way around the lake. So let's head back to the boat launch. See if we can have a completely successful first time in the handmade, ribless. I don't know if this is cedar or not. This might be a cedar strip canoe. I thought that's what he said. But regardless, it's a handmade wooden canoe. And Jed, buddy, you did a great job, man. For someone who has no experience in a canoe, I feel like this canoe is just built for me, man. I love it. I'm so grateful. So grateful you wanted a kayak and were willing to trade me for this canoe. It is gonna see years and years of use. What I like about this type of canoe too, handmade wood, it's just varnished, right? Is every winter I can put it in the shed and I can sand it down and varnish it and keep it in really good shape. It's something you can't really do with a plastic canoe. So it's fiberglass over wood. So any dings or anything, I can redo the fiberglass. That's no problem. Almost back to the launch there now. If I had 3 more hours, I would go around the lake a couple more times. But it's getting close to supper time. I don't really know what time it is. Feels like it's getting close to supper time. The boat launch. See if I can pull myself around. Kind of shoving me in there now. I'll just let it. I can get out here anytime. It's not over my boots. And I'm out. Nice. Scoutier jig canoe. When I portaged this in, I wasn't real sure what I was doing with the paddle, so I just shoved it in the nose of it. Just like that, and that stayed there when I threw that up on my shoulders. So, what can I say? That was pretty awesome. Felt really good. Couldn't be happier with the canoe. Amazed, just amazed and grateful that I even have this thing now. I wanted a canoe and I wasn't going to be picky. And I wasn't. The first guy that offered me a canoe I took. I just got so lucky that Jed willing to trade me this canoe. I tell you what, Jed, if you're watching this video, man, your memory's gonna live on here. That's for sure. I'm gonna be thinking of you often every time I'm out in this. And the hours and hours you must have spent building this. I think you said you built it with your son. Man, what an experience that must have been. It floats, feels great. I love it. Anyway, folks, that's it for me this afternoon. It's a quick, literal drift. Beautiful Sunday, first day of fall. It was a good time. So, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you on the next one. You gotta remember, you never find anything if you don't go look. And if you wouldn't mind telling the others, I'd very much appreciate it. Let's get this canoe on my shoulders and get out of here. It's supper time. I'm gonna try not to get super wet. And this is actually on the wrong side for me to pick it up. Let's get over here. There we go. This should work. waves there now. Away we go. I feel like something. This reminds me of something. I wonder if it sounds the same. Anybody remember that? I think it was Kids in the Hall. Mr. Canoehead? I'm Mr. Canoehead. Bye for now. See you on the next one.